This video is brought to you by Kia Butterworth, located in Butterworth, Penang, Malaysia. Hey guys, right here I have a 2016 Kia Sportage 2-litre GT Line. And today, I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So, here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. As you can see, the side mirrors are currently folded out. Upon locking the car, the side mirrors automatically folds in, and upon unlocking, the side mirrors automatically folds out again. Also, the Sportage GT Line does come standard with Kia's version of a smart keyless entry and start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The car is currently unlocked. Press the black button to lock the car. You can find the black button on any of the front door handles, and to unlock the car, just press the black button again. With that smart keyless entry, you do have push button ignition. So to start the Sportage, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the left of the steering wheel. An electric rack and pinion power steering system is present on the 4th generation Sportage. For the GT line, the steering wheel is leather wrapped and it features sport grips at 10 and 2, perforations on the sides, a flat bottom design, and the GT line badging on the bottom spoke. The one and only transmission option for the Sportage in Malaysia is a 6-speed automatic with manual shifting capabilities via the gear lever. On the GT line, manual shifting can also be performed via the steering wheel mounted pedal shifters. While rear parking sensors and a reverse camera with guidance signs are standard across the range, only the GT line gets front parking sensors as well. Safety features on the Sportage includes 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, electronic stability control, hill start assist control, emergency stop signal, a tire pressure monitoring system, an alarm system with immobilizer, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the outer 2 rear seats. As usual, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. "19-inch machine-finished alloy rims are part of the GT line trim. The rims on this Sportage are wrapped in Hankook Kinergy GT 245/45R19 tires. For the brakes, the front gets ventilated discs, while the rear gets solid discs. The suspension receives McPherson struts in front and a multi-link setup out back. The approach, the brake over, and the departure angles for the Sportage are 17.5 degrees, 19.5 degrees, and 24.6 degrees respectively. Kia's Sportage compact crossover has somewhat always been the underdog of the segment. While it was a relatively cheap to run and reliable car, the Sportage never really sold in huge numbers since its introduction in 1993, compared to its rivals such as the Honda CR-V and the Toyota RAV4. That changed with the introduction of the 3rd generation model, otherwise known as SL generation, in 2010. The SL Sportage featured an exciting design, improved quality, better safety features, and a more spacious interior that led customers to buy the car. An all-new Sportage, now called the QL generation, debuted at the 2015 Frankfurt Motor Show for the 2016 model year. The QL Sportage builds on the formula set by the SL Sportage and improves on it by adding more powerful engines, a bolder design, and a sportier stance. This Sportage is powered by a 2-litre dual overhead cams, 16 valves, naturally aspirated inline-4 petrol engine with multi-point fuel injection and dual continuous variable valve timing. Part of the new engine family, this engine produces 153 horsepower at 6200 rpm and 192 Nm of torque at 4000 rpm. 0 to 100 km per hour takes 10.5 seconds, and the top speed is 186 km per hour. 62 liters is the fuel tank capacity, and the combined fuel consumption for the Sportage 2-liter front-wheel drive automatic is 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is 182 grams per kilometer, and the Sportage is a front-wheel drive vehicle. The Kia Sportage debuted in Malaysia back in May 2016. Two front-wheel drive variants were available at launch, the 2.0 KX line and the 2.0 GT line. For those wanting all-wheel drive and a turbo diesel engine, a third variant was added in April 2017, the 2.0 CRDi all-wheel drive GT Line. Exterior features of the Sportage GT Line includes automatic auto-leveling by xenon projector headlights, automatic wipers, headlight washer system, LED daytime running lights, LED front fog lights, LED rear lights, rear fog light, front and rear parking sensors, indicators on the body-colored side mirrors, body-colored door handles with satin chrome highlights, satin chrome window trims, and a high-gloss black front grille with a satin chrome surround. You do have your speakers down there and right there. Down below as well, you do have a bottle holder and some storage. Right here, you do have your mirror controls, window lock, central locking, and your window controls. All of the windows in this car are powered, while the driver's side gets a fully automatic function in both directions. Right here, you do have the buttons to adjust the brightness of the interior at night, while this button allows you to activate or deactivate the vehicle's traction control system. Sportage door sills for the front. And the driver's seat in this Sportage GT line does get full powered adjustments, with all of your controls located right down there. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how she revs. The Sportage GT Line in Malaysia does come standard with a dual-zone automatic climate control system. All of the controls are located right down here. It is quite simple to use. You do have your fan speed in the middle, different modes, recirculation, air conditioning, front and rear defrost, off button, driver side temperature with your automatic mode, and your passenger side temperature with your sync mode. Sync means if you have it turned on, the driver side will control the temperature for both sides, but if you turn it off, each side will have individual temperature controls. Down below you do have some storage, a couple of power outlets, as well as your auxiliary and USB ports. You can purchase a separate cable that plugs into both these ports, and on the other end of that cable will be your iPod connectivity. Right here, this drive mode button allows you to switch between your different driving modes. You do have normal, eco and sport. This button activates or deactivates the vehicle's downhill brake control system, while this button activates the parking sensors or deactivates it. Right here you do have a couple of cup holders. The Sportage 2.0 GT Line comes with an integrated head unit with a color touch display, various media connectivity options, and the 8-speaker JBL premium sound system. I must say the JBL sound system available in the Sportage does sound quite good. It is a very simple head unit to use. Right above you do have your CD player. The CD player is MP3 compatible. Eject button for the CD player. Hit this button to turn off the display. To the left, if you hit the radio button, we can access your FM AM menus. Hit the media button to select between your different media options. You do have CD, auxiliary, USB, Bluetooth audio streaming and all that. Hit the phone button to bring up your Bluetooth telephone menu where you can dial a number, look at your call history, look at your phone book and bring up your setup. To the right, if you hit the clock, you can obviously bring up the clock. You can also bring up the day and date. Hit the scan button when you are in your radio menu to scan for available radio stations in the area, and hit the setup button to bring up your system settings. You do have your display settings with your brightness, pop-up modes and all that. You have your sound system settings as well. Right here you can select your balance and fader settings, as well as your bass, mid, treble settings. You can also set your speed, volume, as well as the beep when you touch the touch screen. You can set the clock and day right here, your system settings, as well as your phone settings. Down below, use this knob to tune to your desired radio station. It also doubles up as a knob that allows you to go through the display itself. You do have your seek track buttons, your various folder buttons, and your volume and power knob is to the bottom left. On the display itself, you do have your play pause, central locking. As shown earlier, this car does have power folding side mirrors. To fold the side mirrors in from the inside, push this button all the way to the left. Now, if you push the button all the way to the right, that means the side mirrors are always folded out. If you push it all the way to the left, that means the side mirrors fold in. And if you leave the switch in automatic, that means the side mirrors fold in when you lock the car and fold out when you unlock the car. On the steering wheel, the left spoke houses your audio controls with your volume wheel, your seek track wheel, your on-hook off-hook buttons for the Bluetooth telephone system, your mute button, and your different mode selection button. On the right spoke, you do have your multi-information display controls. Hit the top button to go through the different main menus, use the wheel to go through the different sub-menus, and hit the OK button to select that particular option. We are currently in your driving data menu with your digital speedometer, your range, average fuel consumption and instant fuel consumption, trip A and trip B. Under the 2 trip meters, you do have your distance traveled, average speed and elapsed time, and back to your digital speedometer. Next up, we do have your audio menu, your service menu, and your settings menu. You do have your door settings, your light settings, your sound settings, convenience settings, service interval, other features, and all that. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls, and on the left stalk, you do have your light and indicator controls. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. Adjustable front center armrest with storage down below. Auto dimming rear view mirror. You do have a sunglass holder right here, and you do have your interior lights right above. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and a light. The light mechanism works in such a way that if you turn it on and if you forget to turn it off, just close the visor and the visor turns it off for you. No grip handle for the driver. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. You do have a speaker down below together with a bottle holder, and you do have your window control right there. Sportage door sills for the back as well. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for leg room, I get about this much. And I do get about this much in terms of headroom. It is actually not too bad back here. The seats are nice and comfortable. You do get storage pockets on the front seat backs, rear aircon vents down below. You do have a power outlet as well as a USB charging port. You do have a rear center armrest with cup holders. And you do have grip handles on the ceiling for both sides at the back. The right side does have a hook as well. And you do have your rear interior lights right above. To open up the rear hatch, go towards the rear hatch itself and locate a touchpad right above the number plate, right next to the reverse camera. Boot space in the Sportage measures 466 litres with the rear seats upright. Fold the rear seat backs down, remove the cargo cover, and the boot space becomes 1455 litres. To the right of the boot, there is the subwoofer for the sound system, and to the left, there is a light. Under the boot floor is the vehicle's spare tyre, toolkit and jack. The rear doors in this Sportage do open quite wide and an almost 90-degree angle, which does aid entry and exit into the rear seats. You do have adjustable headrests front and rear. The rear seat backs in this Sportage do fold down. They split 60-40 when folding, and to fold them down, first make sure the headrests are all the way down, then locate the levers. Right down here you do have another lever for that side. Just pull it and flip the seat back down. The seat back does lock in place so it doesn't move around when you're driving. You can also remove the seat belt if you do not want the seat belt obstructing you. Now, to fold the seat back up, just unlock the seat back and flip it back up. Now, you can adjust the angle of the seat back so you can have it more upright. Or more laid back. You do have your window control right there. Down below you do have a speaker, a bottle holder and some storage. The front passenger seat in this car does get full powered adjustments as well. It just loses out on the lumbar support as found on the driver's side. You do have quite a big glove box in this car. Grip handle for the front passenger. And the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with the same light mechanism as found on the driver's side. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2016 Kia Sportage 2 litre GT Line. Thanks for watching and goodbye.